Now in the question number 5, in the previous video I have already mentioned that there is some bugs in the program, and I request you to find out the bugs from the program. So here is the question. Now what is the bugs, what are the bugs actually basically present in the program? So let's see. So as per the formula of interest calculation, the formula is principal into rate into time, that is PRT by 100. But in this portion, when the interest actually basically calculated, the principal is written and interest rate of interest is also written, but the time, that is T, is missing in this formula. So this is the basically the bug. So in this portion we have to write the number of years. So in the first portion it is 1, and in the second LCF this one is 2, and in the third LCF that is it is 3, and the last that is in the else block it is up to more than 4. So so this one 4. Okay. In this way, in the below portions it is also 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? But is it correct? No. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not the right thing to write in this program, basically in the else block, because whenever the term is less than equals to 1, it is the term is automatically 1, and in this portion it is automatically 2, and in this portion it is automatically 3. But in the else portion, in the else block, okay, in the else block, the term may be 4, maybe more than 4 years. Okay, so you cannot write basically 4 in this segment. You have to write the variable term. So here it is term. You can write the term variable in the all the if and else if block. Okay, it is not mandatory to write only in the else block the term variable, but you can write anywhere in the if, else if or else block the term variable. So this is the main error actually present in the previous program. Now come to the next question. A courier company charges for an ordinary mail and express mail based on the weight of the parcel as the tariff given below. Up to 100 grams for ordinary mail it is rupees 50, and for express mail it is rupees 80, and these both the charges are fixed up to 100 grams. And from 101 grams to 500 grams it is rupees 40 per 100 grams and rupees 70 per 100 grams for ordinary express mail respectively, and above 500 grams it is 35 and 65 also per 100 grams. Okay, write a program to accept the weight of the parcel and type of mail, that is O for ordinary and E for express, and calculate and print the charges under the each category. So in this question you have to write a menu driven program to choose the ordinary mail option or express mail option. Now in this portion basically, because in the first portion the up to 100 grams the charges are fixed, that is rupees 50 and rupees 80, which are basically fixed. But in case of above 100 grams, maybe 101 to 500 grams or maybe above 500 grams, the charges may vary. Because if it is 200 grams, so it is 40 rupees for 100 grams. So it means that 2 into 40, that is 80 rupees for ordinary mail. But if it is 250, it means maybe 200 or maybe between the fraction of any part. That means 200 for the first 200 grams it is rupees 80, and next for the 50 grams it is also charged as rupees 40. Okay, it is not just the fraction part of the rupees 40. If the amount, suppose 203 grams, if the weight of the parcel for ordinary mail, suppose it is 203 grams. Okay, for the first 200 grams it is calculated as rupees 40, and the rest of the 3 grams it is also charged as rupees 40, not as a fraction of the rupees 40. Okay, so in this way actually the calculation actually takes place. So let's see how can you solve this program. So you can see I have already taken the input from the user, but before that I am just declare here the menus to choose the which type of mail actually going to deliver by the or post by the user. Okay, so here is the menu. Enter O for ordinary mail and enter E for express mail and enter your choice, and the choice entered by the user is taken in the variable ch. Now I am just taking the input, the weight of the parcel in the variable wgt. Okay, and the data type of the wgt is float, and others variable is I am declared here for chrg is basically declared for calculating the charge amount. Okay, now in the switch case statement I am going to write down the case. First case, so first case is ordinary mail, so ordinary mail, right? So in the ordinary mail I am going to write down the chart as per the given. Okay, you can see I have already compared, that is if the weight is less than 100 gram then the fixed charge is rupees 50, and in the LC block, that is if the weight is more than 100 grams but below up to 500 grams, then the rest of the calculation is going to takes place like this way. Suppose if the user enter the weight as 250, then the first 200 gram is going to calculate as rupees 40, and the rest of the 50 gram is also charged as rupees 40, but not as a fraction of rupees 40. Okay, so total charge amount for the 250 grams of a parcel is rupees 120. And for to calculate this such kind of operation, I use the mathematical Ceil function, and for this reason I am just going to include the math.h header file. Now in this portion I am going to find out the fractional value of weight after dividing the 100. Suppose 250, if the 250 gram is entered by the user, then 250 is divided by 100, so it becomes 2.5. So first 2 grams is calculated as for rupees 40, and 0.5 grams is also calculated as rupees 40. So WGT divided by 100. Okay, sorry, WT equals to WGT by 100. Now I am going to calculate the charge. CHRG equals to Ceil function. So Ceil WT and the charge is rupees 40. Okay, now in this way I am writing the else block. So in the else block it means above 500 grams. So then WT equals to WGT divided by 100, and the charge will be, so you can see I have already written all the complex if statement, and then after I am going to print the charge amount for the ordinary mail. So you can see the for ordinary mail charge calculation is already taken place here, and for the express mail the calculation is same, and the there is a little bit changes in the charges. Okay, in case of rupees 50 for fixed charge, in this case for express mail it is rupees 80. So I am going to write the portion. So you can see in this portion I have written the charges and calculations portion for the express mail, and there is a default case if the user entered menu except the O and E, and then an error message will be displayed. Now I am going to compile this program, and now I am going to run this program, and you can see these are the menu. Enter O for ordinary mail, enter E for express mail, and enter your choice. Suppose I am going to ordinary mail and enter the same amount weight, that is 250 grams. So the result will be it is rupees 120. Let's see. Yes, the charge amount is rupees 120. First 200 gram it is 2 into 40 grams, rupees 40 for 100 grams, so it is 80, and rest of the fraction of the 50 grams, so which is actually the fraction of the 100 grams, it is also calculated as rupees 40. So total is 80 plus 40 equals to 120 rupees. Okay, so I'm just run the program again, and suppose I am going for express mail. Okay, so suppose the express mail amount is 350, so you can see it is 280 rupees. Okay, Suppose I am run the program again and enter O, ordinary mail, and enter the value suppose 450, but the here message shown please enter the correct input, but I enter the value O only in the smaller case portion, but I entered the correct option, that is O. But what is the reason to execute the default case statement? Because this message basically printed in the default case statement. You can see this message is basically print in the default case statement. So why this default case statement is executed here? Because in this portion, in the case, I just write down here the capital O, okay, in the small capital letter, okay, or in uppercase, but not in the lowercase portion. So if anyone enter O or E in the uppercase, or maybe the user enter the O or E in the lowercase, to handle this situation, I am just going to write an extra case, suppose case small o, okay, then after giving the colon, and then in this portion I am going to write again another case E small e, and this is for now. I am going to compile and run this program, and now I enter the suppose small e, okay. Now I am just going to write down suppose 200. So you can see for 100 for 70 rupees for 100 grams is 200, so it is becomes rupees 140, okay. So it is completely correct. So in this way you can write this portion using the menu driven program.